the skeletons of giants being found in Lovelock Cave in northern Nevada.
Thigh bones stacked up in places. You'll have skulls stacked in other places. It's almost like a warehouse of human bones.
Scientists have recently opened an ancient cavern, locked away for millions of years, and stumbled upon a truly astonishing revelation. You might be curious about what mysteries a cave that has remained sealed for eons could conceal. However, it's a testament to the uncanny ability of life to emerge in the most unexpected of places, and it's not solely this cave that harbors age-old enigmas. Accompany us as we embark on a journey through 15 remarkable discoveries within Earth's subterranean chambers. What could these revelations entail? Could they encompass ancient relics, vestiges of a lost civilization, or even the revelation of an entirely new species? Let's delve into the depths to uncover the answers. Number 11. Mual Cave. In Romania, researchers have unveiled the Mual Cave, which had remained sealed off from the outside world for a staggering 5.5 million years. This subterranean wonder, known as the Mual Cave, boasts an inhospitable environment devoid of sunlight and filled with toxic gases. However, despite these extreme conditions, a remarkable ecosystem thrives within its depths. The cave's discovery dates back to 1986, when it was accidentally stumbled upon by workers scouting for a nuclear power plant site. Since then, access has been tightly controlled by authorities. As the secrets of the cave unfolded, it became clear that this underground world was unlike any other on Earth. Within the Mual Cave, the air contains less than half the oxygen found in the open air and is rich in carbon dioxide and hydrogen sulfide. Complete darkness envelops the cave, as it has for countless millennia, making sunlight an alien concept. These extreme conditions intrigued biologists who ventured into this mysterious ecosystem. In a 1996 study by a team from the University of Cincinnati, a staggering 48 species were identified within the cave, with 33 of them being entirely unique to the Mual Cave. These inhabitants include various spiders, pseudoscorpions, woodlice, centipedes, leeches, snails, and more. These cave dwellers have evolved to adapt to the lightless environment, often lacking vision and pigmentation. Instead, they possess elongated limbs and antennae to navigate effectively in the darkness. What sets the Mual Cave apart is its status as the first known land-based ecosystem to rely on chemosynthetic bacteria for sustenance. Unlike most ecosystems that depend on photosynthesis, the cave's bacteria derive their energy and carbon through chemical reactions like sulfide or ammonium oxidation. This unique trait shares similarities with deep-sea ecosystems near hydrothermal vents, albeit without the typical symbiotic relationships between chemoautotrophic microbes and animals. Despite decades of study, numerous mysteries persist within the Mual Cave's depths. Researchers believe countless undiscovered inhabitants are waiting to be revealed, potentially offering valuable insights into evolutionary biology and life itself. This discovery underscores that there is still much to uncover about where life can thrive, not just on Earth but possibly elsewhere in our solar system. The cave's harsh conditions raise the tantalizing prospect of life's existence in unexpected corners of the universe. Number 10. Altamura Man. Deep within an Italian cave, a remarkable discovery has shed light on our ancient relatives. Meet Altamura Man, a 170,000-year-old skeleton unearthed in the Lamalunga caves in 1993. This finding astonished researchers as it marks the oldest Neanderthal skeleton from which DNA could potentially be extracted. However, Altamura Man's secrets were initially locked away due to the fragile state of the skull, which was ensconced within stalactites and stalagmites. To prevent any harm, a comprehensive analysis was postponed. The turning point came when scientists successfully extracted DNA from Altamura Man's right shoulder blade, a repository of ancient molecules that may date back 170,000 years. These molecules hold the potential to unveil a comprehensive picture of Neanderthal life like never before. Altamura Man is no ordinary fossil. In fact, it's considered the most intact non-human skeleton ever found. Virtually all of its bony elements have been remarkably preserved, providing an unparalleled glimpse into our distant past. However, unraveling Altamura Man's lineage was not without challenges. While displaying typical Neanderthal characteristics in the face and skull, it also exhibited unique features such as massive brow ridges not observed in other Neanderthals. Additionally, the skeleton remains partially encased in rock, making examination more difficult. Radiocarbon dating yielded astonishing results, pinpointing the skeleton's age to be between 130,000 to 170,000 years. It's worth noting that Altamura Man's bones, although remarkable, are not the oldest Neanderthal fossils known to us. Number 9. 170,000-year-old roasted vegetables. Roasted root vegetables may not be the first thing that comes to mind when we think of the diets of our ancient ancestors, but a remarkable discovery in the border cave of South Africa has unveiled a surprising twist. Scientists uncovered charred fragments of these vegetables, and they happen to be a staggering 170,000 years old, making them the oldest roasted root vegetables ever found. Intriguingly, early humans weren't exclusively carnivorous, as some might believe. Instead, they followed a more balanced diet that included both carbohydrates and proteins. This revelation challenges the notion that our ancestors primarily feasted on mammoth meat and saber-toothed tiger steaks. The ancient diet was marked by culinary diversity, with roasted vegetables playing a significant role. The journey to uncover this culinary history wasn't an easy one. Researchers meticulously combed through countless charred remains, examining them under microscopes. It took years of dedicated detective work to identify these charred bits as rhizomes from the Hypoxis genus. Rhizomes, for those unfamiliar, are the subterranean stems of plants, hidden treasures beneath the Earth's surface. You might be wondering about the taste of these hypoxic rhizomes. They have a unique yam-like flavor that our early ancestors apparently found irresistible. The prevalence of rhizomy fragments in the cave suggests that these roasted vegetables were a regular part of their diet. However, not all Hypoxis rhizomes are equal. Some species, like Hypoxis hemerocalidea or the African potato, have a bitter taste and were likely used more for medicinal purposes than as a food source. It appears that the border cave inhabitants favored a different species with white-fleshed rhizomes, such as Hypoxis angustifolia, which offered a more palatable culinary experience. This discovery underscores the idea that our ancient ancestors had a well-balanced diet that included a variety of foods, challenging the misconception that they were strictly carnivorous. It serves as a reminder that balance has always been key to a healthy diet, even for our distant predecessors. Number 8. How human and dog become best friend. Deep within the Chauvet Cave in France, a set of footprints has unveiled a captivating story about the ancient origins of human-dog companionship. These footprints, dating back an astonishing 26,000 years, challenge our previous beliefs about when our bond with dogs began, suggesting it might predate the last ice age by thousands of years. The footprints, found side by side, indicate that a young child and a wolf or dog once walked together through the cave's depths, covering a distance of 150 feet. Remarkably, these imprints have been preserved in hardened clay for millennia, a testament to the enduring tale they tell. Discovered in 1994 by Jean-Marie Chauvet, who named the cave, this story comes to life vividly. In the heart of the Chauvet Cave, a Paleolithic child, around 8 to 10 years old, explored the dark passageways with a wolf or dog as their companion. Evidence suggests the child carried a torch, as a charcoal stain was found where they stopped to clean it. This discovery not only highlights the companionship between a child and a canine, but also challenges our understanding of when and how dogs became our closest friends. Traditionally, it was believed that wolves began frequenting human settlements at the end of the last ice age, leading to domestication. However, new archaeological findings and advanced DNA analysis tell a different story. The latest theories propose that humans and dogs evolved together, forging a deep and mutually beneficial bond rooted in cooperation, shared social structures, hunting goals, and a profound understanding of each other's intentions and emotions. This new insight is truly fascinating, suggesting that dogs were our partners and friends over 30,000 years ago. It offers a fresh perspective on our shared history, and the absence of dog or wolf images in the cave paintings hints at their special symbolic significance to our ancestors, setting them apart from other animals. The enduring connection between humans and dogs is a timeless tale spanning millennia. Number 7. World's oldest wine. Imagine stumbling upon what could be the world's oldest wine, a true testament to the adage that wine only gets better with age. In a captivating cave in Sicily, researchers made an astonishing discovery that challenges our understanding of ancient winemaking. Unearthed evidence suggests that winemaking in Italy dates back over 6,000 years, contrary to previous beliefs. What sets this discovery apart is that it's not just about grape farming, it's about finding actual wine residue. The researchers struck gold when they uncovered 5 organic samples of wine in terracotta jars from the Copper Age. These jars, nestled in a limestone cave on Sicily's southwest coast, have rested there for millennia, tracing back to the 4th millennium BCE. But how did they confirm it was indeed wine? The presence of tartaric acid and its salt, known as cream of tartar, were the crucial elements identified. These components are integral in the winemaking process, leaving no doubt that these jars were used to store wine. This remarkable discovery has far-reaching implications, representing the earliest known evidence of wine residue in prehistoric Italy. Previously, it was believed that winemaking in Italy began around 1200 BC, influenced by the ancient Greeks. However, this revelation pushes that date back by a staggering 3,000 years, rewriting history. Sicily, renowned for its wine production, can now proudly claim an even more ancient and illustrious wine culture, providing us with a glimpse into the rich heritage of winemaking that has evolved over the centuries. Number 6. Translucent snails. Deep within the enigmatic Lucina Jama Trojama cave systems of Croatia, a group of cavers and biologists stumbled upon a remarkable find that defied expectations. In the depths of this subterranean realm, they unveiled a previously unknown species of snail. But these were not your typical garden variety snails. These were translucent wonders. Belonging to the Zospeum genus, these translucent snails were a sight to behold, thriving in the inky darkness of the cave's depths, approximately 3,200 feet below the surface. What makes them even more astonishing is that they are completely blind, having adapted to a life devoid of light. Discovering these snails was no easy feat. The Mual Cave is not your average spelunking adventure. It ranks among the top 20 deepest caves on Earth. As the team delved deeper into the cave, collecting various animal specimens along the way, they chanced upon a tiny snail that was unlike anything they had ever encountered before. They named it Zospeum thallosum, and its appearance was nothing short of extraordinary. This newfound species boasted a beautifully translucent shell resembling a miniature dome-shaped work of art. Like typical snails, they moved at a snail's pace, covering mere millimeters or centimeters each week, often navigating in circles as they leisurely grazed within their cave abode. When the team brought their discovery to taxonomist Alexander Weigand in Germany, he confirmed that this species was entirely novel to the scientific world. This revelation takes us on a fascinating journey into the hidden depths of our planet, unveiling a whole new world waiting to be explored. Number 5. 9,000 years old skeleton. Imagine stumbling upon an ancient skeleton, only to later discover it's a direct relative from generations ago. In 1903, the remains of a 9,000-year-old skeleton were unearthed in a cave in Cheddar, England. Little did anyone know that this extraordinary find would lead to an astonishing revelation years later, connecting a history teacher named Adrian Target, residing nearby, to the deceased individual through an astonishing 300 generations. This remarkable connection earned the skeleton the title of the world's most distant confirmed relative. Through DNA analysis along the maternal line, researchers found that Adrian Target's genetic makeup aligns with that of Cheddar Man, the oldest complete skeleton ever discovered in Britain, who lived around 7,150 BC, predating the advent of agriculture. This genetic link between a modern individual and an ancient ancestor raises thought-provoking questions about the preservation and continuity of human genetic heritage. The revelation emerged during the production of a television series called Once Upon a Time in the West, which explored the archaeology of Somerset. DNA tests were conducted on 20 local individuals with ancestral ties to the region, with Oxford University's Institute of Molecular Medicine performing the analysis. They compared the DNA recovered from one of Cheddar Man's molar teeth with the DNA of the participants. The Goff's Cave in Cheddar Gorge, where the skeleton was initially found, holds a pivotal place in uncovering Paleolithic human remains in England. This remarkable discovery has provided valuable insights into the early stages of human agriculture and challenges previous assumptions about the spread of farming in Western Europe. Cheddar Man's remains suggest a fascinating narrative of farming practices developing locally, counter to the belief that farmers migrated from Eastern Europe. The life of Cheddar Man was intricately connected with the dense forests and abundant wildlife of his era. As a hunter-gatherer, he relied on hunting deer, rabbits, waterfowl, and perhaps fish, while foraging for nuts, fruits, and edible roots. Cheddar Gorge, with its natural shelters, nearby forests, and natural springs, would have offered a secure environment for his community. Physically, Cheddar Man would not have appeared out of place in our modern world, as he resembled contemporary humans. He could easily blend in, wearing tailored clothes crafted from sewn-together leather or animal skins. He existed before the dawn of agriculture, a time when primitive Homo sapiens first appeared around 300,000 years ago. His remarkable connection with Adrian Target surpasses any previously recorded connections to distant ancestors, highlighting the enduring threads that connect us to our ancient roots. Number 4. Giant Crystal Cave. Mexico's Giant Crystal Cave is a realm that seems straight out of fantasy. Deep beneath the Sierra de Nica mountain in Chihuahua, Mexico, lies a hidden wonder that ignites the imagination. This cave, known as the Giant Crystal Cave, resides a remarkable 984 feet underground and is adorned with extraordinary gypsum crystals that defy belief. These magnificent crystals, in the form of colossal pillars, have silently grown undisturbed for over 500,000 years, with some stretching across the cave like titanic sentinels. Some have even drawn comparisons to Superman's mythical Fortress of Solitude. Unfortunately, this crystalline marvel remains inaccessible to tourists, and for good reason. It's an extremely hazardous location characterized by high humidity and scorching temperatures. Even scientists require special permission to enter. But how did this wondrous cave come into existence? The answer lies in the geological history of the region. Millions of years ago, regional fault lines served as conduits for magma to ascend toward the Earth's surface. This process not only gave rise to the Sierra de Nica mountain, but also laid the foundation for the birth of these magnificent crystals. Groundwater gradually flooded the crystal cave over tens of thousands of years. This water, driven upward by a deeper magma chamber, contained a mineral called anhydrite. At temperatures above 136 degrees Fahrenheit, anhydrite remains stable. However, at lower temperatures, it dissolves and reforms as gypsum, a reversible transformation. The presence of the magma beneath the cave played a crucial role in maintaining the water's temperature at this ideal level. But as eons passed, the water slowly dipped below the critical threshold of 136 degrees Fahrenheit. This shift caused the anhydrite to break down, releasing calcium and sulfate into the water. These particles began to recombine and crystallize, forming a unique type of gypsum known as selenite. Over time, the cave transformed into a mesmerizing realm, with white-tinted selenite crystals submerged in water and shielded from drastic temperature changes. These crystals continued to grow, defying the boundaries of time itself, creating a subterranean wonder that sparks the imagination and leaves us in awe of the Earth's geological wonders. Number 3. Crystallized human sacrifice. Deep within the heart of Belize lies the eerie archaeological site known as Tunachil Muknal, or the Cave of the Crystal Sepulchre. This cave is not your typical tourist attraction. It holds a trove of Mayan artifacts and some unsettling discoveries. What sets this cave apart is its dark history as a place of ritual human sacrifice. As you venture into the cave's depths, you'll encounter skeletons intertwined with ceremonial artifacts and intricate decorations. Some of these unfortunate souls were placed upon altars, their remains spanning from young children to adults, with peculiar skull shapes raising intriguing questions. However, one particular find stands out: the Crystal Maiden. This tragic individual, initially mistaken for a girl, met a horrific fate. His bones are entirely encased in calcium crystals, creating a hauntingly twisted sculpture-like figure that challenges the boundaries of the macabre. The cave's origins date back to around 250 AD to 909 AD, and the ancient Maya believed it to be a sacred place where gods controlled agriculture and rain. It seems they thought that sacrificing humans would appease these deities. While human sacrifice is thankfully a thing of the past, reaching the cave remains no easy feat. To access it, you must be in good physical shape, willing to navigate waterways and be accompanied by one of 2 approved tour operators, as Tunachil Muknal is a national monument. If you're seeking an adventure that sends shivers down your spine and is prepared for spine-chilling sights and a history lesson that you won't soon forget, then Tunachil Muknal might be the place for you. It's a haunting reminder of a bygone era and the mysterious rituals of the ancient Maya civilization. Number 2. Israel's Cave of Horror. The Dead Sea Scrolls, a treasure trove of ancient wisdom, weren't unearthed all at once, like some lost relic. Instead, they consist of thousands of scroll fragments discovered over the years. Archaeologists have been finding these fragments since the 1940s, and even in 2021, they continue to make new discoveries. One such revelation occurred in a cave in Israel, ominously named the Cave of Horror. This foreboding name dates back to the 1960s, when the remains of 40 Jews who had met a tragic end at the hands of Roman soldiers in the 2nd century were discovered there. In 2021, researchers decided to revisit this infamous cave, and what they found was truly astonishing. In addition to the Dead Sea Scrolls, they stumbled upon the mummified remains of a young girl who had lived around 6,000 years ago. These newly found scroll fragments are written in Greek, but intriguingly, the name of God is inscribed in Hebrew. It appears that these scrolls belonged to Jewish rebels, who sought refuge in the cave after their revolt against Roman rule was crushed in the 2nd century. The fragments they found contain verses from the books of Zechariah and Nahum, both part of a collection known as the Book of the 12 Minor Prophets. It's akin to discovering a piece of an ancient puzzle. But the surprises didn't end there. Alongside the scrolls, rare coins from the time of the Jewish revolt and an intact basket dating back 10,500 years were also uncovered. Accessing the cave wasn't a walk in the park. It's situated about 260 feet beneath a cliff top, necessitating rappelling teams to reach it. This entire operation was conducted to protect the caves from looters who covet these precious artifacts. The Judean desert has been a generous source of archaeological wonders, from the renowned Dead Sea Scrolls to these newfound treasures. It's a real-life archaeological adventure, gradually unraveling the secrets of the past, one scroll fragment at a time. Number 1. Axe Murderer. In 1916, Joseph Henry Lovelace was in jail, suspected of brutally axe murdering his wife Agnes. Lovelace, however, proved to be a cunning and resourceful criminal. Using a concealed saw blade hidden in his shoe, he executed a daring escape from jail, seemingly vanishing into thin air. But Lovelace's mysterious story took an unexpected turn in 1979 when a family made a disturbing discovery in Buffalo Cave, Idaho. They stumbled upon a headless torso inside a burlap sack. 12 years later, in 1991, another individual found a matching hand nearby, sparking a search that eventually led to the recovery of the missing legs and one arm. Piece by piece, this macabre puzzle began to come together, After 18 long years, the decision was made to subject the body to a DNA test, and the results were shocking. It was indeed Joseph Henry Lovelace. To confirm his identity, Lovelace's own grandson, who was pushing 90 at the time, provided his DNA, putting an end to the mystery once and for all. The circumstances surrounding Lovelace's gruesome demise remain shrouded in uncertainty. Some speculate that Agnes's family, driven by vengeance, may have tracked him down and served their version of justice. Yet the details of his final moments remain elusive. The ongoing exploration of caves on Earth is monumental in expanding our understanding of our planet and its history. Who knows what other mysteries lie hidden in the depths of these subterranean realms? Perhaps these discoveries will help unravel the intricacies of evolutionary processes and push the boundaries of our understanding of life itself.